Join me in honoring America. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Again, good evening. Would Madam Clerk please call the roll?
Ms. Martin.
Here.
Mayor Milanazzo.
Here.
Mr. Conway.
Here.
Ms. Doherty.
Here.
Ms. Larraba.
Here.
Mr. Leahy.
Here.
Mr. Leary.
Here.
7 present.
Thank you. We don't have anything under special order of business. I'm getting an echo in the microphone. I apologize. Moving on to the minutes, special meeting minutes of Friday, January 28th. Chair recognizes Ms. Larraba.
Thank you, Your Honor. In trying to abide by our motions, the minutes for the January 28th revised minutes were sent to my work email address on Wednesday evening, the 25th, and since I do work full-time, I was not able to read them in time for that Thursday deadline. In addition, the next set of minutes were sent to my work email address on Wednesday, February 23rd at 8:56. Friday. Were sent Friday night, and the following ones for the 16th were sent on Sunday evening, again, all to my work email address. So I would like to defer acceptance of all three of these so that I can review the minutes and abide by that Thursday deadline. Thank you.
Well, is that a form of a motion? Second by Mr. Leary. Ms. Doherty. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you had
Actually, I put my hand up to second, but
Oh,
I would
okay.
also like to say, let's make sure that your home address.
We do have that now.
Okay.
Yes, we do.
Thank you.
Yeah, we did change it. Any further discussion? Mr. Leahy.
Well, I couldn't hear with the static,
I
so
know,
what was the, no, not you, but, I mean, yeah.
The motion is based upon the fact that Ms. Larraba did not get the minutes, based upon, I believe it was Mr. Conway's motion. Did not get the minutes in a timely fashion. She would like to defer acceptance of the 3 sets of minutes until the next regularly scheduled meeting.
All right.
I just got my instructions from Lowell Telecommunications. I think we'll be all set from now, from this point forward. So we do have a motion that's been seconded. Any further discussion? All those in favor of deferring acceptance of all 3 sets of minutes until the next regular scheduled meeting signify by saying aye. Opposed? It's a vote. Ms. Larraba.
Also, Your Honor, I don't know if this is the proper time to make this suggestion, but if we could possibly go to electronic delivery and let June Cormier know that she doesn't need to print up minutes until maybe the day of the meeting and have them hand-delivered that night, only because she's gone through the time and expense of making multiple copies.
Right.
So when our packets come out, it would not include hard copies of the minutes, but they would be hand-delivered to the actual meeting where they're going to be approved, and then anybody that needs them or wants them
Okay.
could get them at that
I think
time.
that's a good suggestion. What I would like to do is to have you give the chair permission to speak with June Cormier, to speak with June, and make sure that we do just that and really streamline the process and not print minutes, revise minutes, and then revise minutes again. So let me work on that, and I'll report back to the committee.
Thank you.
Thank you. Moving on with the agenda, permission to enter. Madam Superintendent?
Thank you, Your Honor. Steps Professional Development US Day for the amount of $10,500 to provide 7 days of professional development training to 2 district math support specialists and 1 school math coach who will receive mathematics instruction training on the Steps Professional Development and Mathematics program to enable each participant to become trainers of trainers for all mathematics teachers in Lowell Public Schools, funded provided by the School Department Professional Development account.
Thank you, Madam Superintendent. Any questions? Motion to approve by Ms. Martin, seconded by Mr. Leary. Roll call.
Ms. Martin.
Yes.
Mayor Milanazzo.
Yes.
Mr. Conway.
Yes.
Ms. Doherty.
Yes.
Ms. Larrabee.
Yes.
Mr. Leahy.
Yes.
Mr. Leary.
Yes.
7 yeas, approved.
Thank you. I'd like to offer the following names in memorials. The first, Neil Dennis Murphy, member of a prominent family. Ronald Dumont, brother of Karen Murphy, Stockholster Middle School teacher. And Colin B. McDonald, husband of Esther McDonald, Butler School teacher. May we all rise and darken chambers for a moment of silence. Thank you. May they rest in peace. Moving right on to subcommittee reports, Personnel Subcommittee report. I'll recognize the chair, Ms. Martin.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor. The Personnel Subcommittee did meet just prior to this meeting. In attendance were myself and the other members of the Personnel Subcommittee, Ms. Larrabee and Mr. Conway. Also in attendance were all other members of the school committee, including the mayor. And from the administration, we had Assistant Superintendent Ann Murphy and our HR Director, Mike Cassidy. This meeting was meant as an update and to make some decisions moving forward with our superintendent search. First, we did receive an update that the administration had developed a brochure about the position that had been included in a mailing to the Mass Association of School Committees membership list. Went out to about 1,100 current administrators throughout the Commonwealth. We also received information that at this point currently we're looking at, we've had 4 applicants to date. We're still advertising. The advertisement ran again today in Educators Monthly. Is that the name of the publication? The kind of professional journal, weekly, sorry. Lily, they're making this happen a lot more often. So that ran again today. We are still looking at 2 weeks before we hit our deadline. Both from the administration and certainly from the committee that's had some experience. It has been kind of typical that you don't get the bulk of your applicants until really much closer to the deadline. But moving forward, we will certainly continue keeping a close eye on the number of applicants as we go through this process. The committee did want to take some time tonight to firm up some of our plans for moving forward. I think the most important thing that was shared with us was the mayor's efforts on our behalf to populate the Blue Ribbon Committee that the committee had voted to put in place to do our kind of initial interview with the applicants. Very happy to relate that, and I'll read off all the membership at this point. We had, the committee I think was pretty structured in what we had requested in terms of what kind of constituencies we wanted to ensure were represented. And a great deal of thanks goes to the mayor and his staff for really, I think, populating this committee extremely well with a nice diversity of some new names, some established names. I'll just go through the list. Representing the Cambodian Mutual Assistance Association will be Ritha Yong, its president. The Citywide Parent Council will be represented by Kim Scott and Sydney Liang. GLUE, our custodians union, will be represented by their president, Michael Sheehan. The Greater Lowell Chamber of Commerce will be represented by their co-chair, Danielle Bergeron. The Immigration Commission will be represented by Pastor Cecilio Hernandez. Lowell Community Health Center will be represented by Dorcas Griggs-Sato. Lowell High School will be represented by a student representative, Anna Shreddy Kemikala. Lowell Plan will be represented by James Cook. Lowell Schools Administrators Association will be represented by Fred Abbasi, Director of Adult Education. The Administrators Union here, the principals, I always want to say that. The principals here in the city of Lowell will be represented by Liam Skinner, the principal of the Daily School. Middlesex Community College will be represented by Associate Dean Colleen Cox. Our Parent Special Ed Advisory Committee will be represented by George Peterson. The United Teachers of Lowell Union will be represented by Paul Georges and Kathleen McLaughlin. The University of Massachusetts Lowell will be represented by Dean Anita Greenwood. And the committee as a whole will be will be chaired by a non-voting member, Mr. Robert Gilman, who began his career in teaching, we've been told, and has had a very impressive career here, working with Enterprise Bank and a number of other institutions, a longtime supporter and very involved community member here in the city of Lowell. So Mr. Gilman will be chairing this effort, and Assistant Superintendent Ann Murphy will be the administrative representative on this committee. Both Mr. Gilman and Ms. Murphy won't be voting members, but they will be facilitating this whole process. I know I speak for the committee when we express our thanks to these individuals for agreeing to take time. I hope the mayor was honest with them in telling them exactly how much time, because it is, it will cut into their social lives. But we are very appreciative of them taking the time to help us with this process and with this very important decision that we'll be making. Some other decisions that were made by the committee include we will be polling to get dates for when the committee itself will be conducting our interviews. We'll be looking, based on our prior decisions, we'll be looking at 5 finalist candidates. We all recognize that it'll be a challenge, but we would like to be able to do it in one evening, and we'd like to be able to do it, be able to televise the interviews so that the general public can also listen in and see what's going on. So as that process goes through, some of the requests that we'd like to be able to make of the candidates before they come into those finalist interviews would be some additional documentation for the committee. We did make motions that would allow us to let the applicants know that we'd be looking for some written statements from them. Philosophy of education, also a philosophy of parent engagement. We'd also like to see some writing samples of some past reports or grants, things that will allow us to get a good sense of their skill and talent in those areas. And we had also asked that we'd be able to receive from all of our applicants examples of their past evaluations, their evaluations of their direct reports, so that, obviously with personal information redacted, but so that we could really get a sense of how that process, how they implemented those processes in their own districts. One of the other key recommendations or requests that was made by Ms. Doherty was to invite the public to our next school committee meeting in 2 weeks, the date of which is March, someone help me out?
16th?
16th, thank you very much. Yes, we should all make a note the day before St. Patrick's Day. That we really would like to invite the public to come to that meeting. We will be hosting a public hearing so that we can hear directly from individuals about their priorities, different constituencies having an opportunity to share with us what they will be looking for in the next superintendent. I think we'd all benefit from hearing that directly from parents, teachers, every constituency, business representatives from our community. The responsibility for making this choice is certainly very, very important, and I think we all benefit from getting as much input in terms of priorities and information like that. So it would be a very enthusiastic and cordial invitation to the general public to join us at our next school committee meeting for the public hearing so that they'd have an opportunity to share that directly with the committee. And again, that will be March 16th. Meeting itself will begin at 7. I think those are the key. We did also talk a little bit about planning ahead for site visits. We'd be making the determination after we conclude our first round of the first round of interviews, the committee's first round of interviews, and we'll make the determination at that point which site visits we want to schedule. But as applicants are leaving their interviews with the Blue Ribbon Commission, they will be receiving really a written list of everything they should anticipate should they be invited back. That will include all the documentation that I had just discussed, the evaluation information, the philosophy of education, but it will also include a request for 3 professional references that they should be prepared to provide the committee with, one of which would be a current supervisor, and then also that they should be provided with the information regarding what we would be anticipating if we do indeed conduct a site visit to their district, just so people can be prepared and understand that we'd be looking to talk with current school committee members, administrators, parents, teachers, so they'd have a sense of how to populate that, and so that the committee would be able to conduct site visits, hopefully in the most efficient manner possible. Excuse me. I think we were able to nail down a lot of details, which was great to have everybody here for that meeting, so I appreciate my colleagues on the subcommittee and my colleagues who just arrived early for coming so that we could make some of those decisions. And I very easily could have forgotten something in the last half hour, so if I did forget anything, I'd encourage my colleagues to please include it for this report.
Thank you, Ms. Martin. Anyone else want to be heard on the report of the Personnel Subcommittee? Hearing none, motion by Ms. Larrabee, seconded by Mr. Conway to accept the report as a report of progress. All those in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Opposed, to vote. Thank you. Next item, report to the superintendent. Dr. Scott?
Thank you, Your Honor. I'd like to bring to the attention of the committee that on March 3rd, we're having our annual Merrimack Valley Teacher Recruitment Fair, and this is a recruitment effort for us to attract the best and the brightest in hard-to-fill areas such as special education, mathematics, science, and ESL. And in last year's fair, we had over 900 prospective teachers who were interested in coming to Lowell to work for Lowell Public Schools. This year will be held at the annual Merrimack Valley Recruitment Fair will be held at Merrimack College. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Anyone have any questions, comments? Motion by Mr. Leary, second by Mr. Leahy to accept the report as a report of progress. All those in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Opposed, to vote. I believe we have any new business. Moving on, we have 2 convention and conference requests. The first one, which was had received prior approval. We're looking for an official vote of approval for an overnight field trip. We have a communication from Headmaster Rose Merrick requesting, and I'll actually defer to Dr. Scott. Again, dealing with the head coach, Chris Sakura, to travel for the Alpine ski meet. Anybody have any questions, or do Mr. Leahy?
Thank you. Now that you're asking, she did come in 54th, I believe, out of 168 or so. So that was, and I had talked to her last night, actually at another practice. So Johanna was very pleased with their performance in that run. So, and that was I think that was the 3rd state championship involvement for her. So she's quite the athlete and student at the high school, so we're very proud of her. Thank you.
Thank you. Again, it looks like this event actually took place yesterday, so we're actually approving it after the fact. But again, congratulations to Joanna Zakara. Motion to approve by Mr. Leary, second by Ms. Larrabee. Do we need a roll call, Madam?
Because it's money.
Correct.
Even though they've already approved it. Ms. Martin?
Yes.
Mayor Milanazzo?
Yes.
Mr. Conway?
Yes.
Ms. Doherty?
Yes.
Ms. Larrabee?
Yes.
Mr. Leahy?
Yes.
Mr. Leary?
Yes.
7 yeas, approved.
Thank you. The second request is also from Headmaster Rose Merrick, requesting that permission for James DeProfio, Athletic Director at Lowell High School, to attend the Massachusetts Secondary School Athletic Directors Association Conference to be held between March 22nd and March 25th in Hyannis, Massachusetts. Ms. Larrabee.
I just want to take a moment to thank Mr. DeProfio. It looks like he's covering all the expenses out of his own pocket for the hotel, meals, transportation, and the course registration. So I thank him for that generosity on his part.
Thank you. Motion to approve then by Ms. Larrabee, second by Ms. Martin. Roll call.
Ms. Martin?
Yes.
Mayor Milanazzo?
Yes.
Mr. Conway?
Yes.
Ms. Doherty?
Yes.
Ms. Larrabee?
Yes.
Mr. Leahy?
Yes.
Mr. Leary?
Yes.
7 yeas, approved.
Thank you. Under Communications, Lowell Telecommunications, Channel 10, broadcast of school committee meetings live on the first and third Wednesday of the month, Thursdays at 6 p.m., Saturday and Sundays at 2 p.m., Tuesdays at 10 a.m. Ms. Martin.
I just wanted to take a quick moment as and I'd certainly include in that a motion to accept this communication and place it on file, but also just to say thank you to the staff at LTC who arrived early this evening to allow us to televise the Personnel Subcommittee that had happened just prior to this meeting. We know it's an imposition, and it makes for a very long day, but we're very appreciative of it. Thank you very much.
Well put. Motion to accept, second by Mr. Leary. All those in favor of accepting the communication, place on file, signify by saying aye. Opposed to vote. Professional personnel, civil service, nothing else to come before the committee. Motion by Mr. Leahy, seconded by Mr. Conway, that we stand adjourned. Thank you very much.
Oh, I love this.